What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a Tesla Model 3 that has all of the previous version chrome trim. I'm going to do what's called a chrome delete using Avery Dennison flat black vinyl and wrap all of this trim, the mirror, and camera to give this Tesla a modern look to it. Alright, the first step is prep work. What I'm doing here is using CarPro Eraser. It's an alcohol-based cleaner. This will get rid of all the fingerprints, grease, dirt. I'm making sure to do a really good job on the surface, as well as going into the rubber seals. That's where a lot of the dirt's going to be hidden, and when you tuck your wrap it won't stick if these areas aren't clean. So doing a really good prep job here on all of this chrome trim to get ready to lay the vinyl on. And right here I'm just working the little boomerang piece. It's already been prepped and cleaned, so now I'm putting my tape down. That way when I make my cuts I don't risk scratching the film. Once my tape's down I can lay down the vinyl. I'm using a 2 foot by 5 foot sheet of vinyl here instead of the 2-inch strips. That way I don't overstretch it around that 90-degree turn, and I can do this all in one piece, so there's no seam in the corner there. There's already a natural seam right where that vertical piece of tape is there, so you can do this to make it look good in one piece using a 2 foot piece of film. Just doing my cuts, doing my post heat, tucking everything into the rubber seals there, and making sure everything looks good and I got full coverage. The mirror is going to be the most complex part about chrome deleting a Tesla. Prep work is going to be really key. There's lots of tiny areas and grooves that dirt can hide, and your wrap's not going to stick. So I'm using some detail brushes and swabs here, along with CarPro Eraser, to make sure I clean out all the crevices and grooves and everything where the dirt could be. There's a lot of it on here, especially with this, this generation Tesla is going to be a few years old, so even if you hand wash it, a lot of times that dirt's just going to stay in there unless you use a swab like this to get it out specifically. So that's what I'm doing here, making sure everything is prepped properly. That way when I apply the wrap, it's not going to peel up down the road on them. So prep's key. Make sure you clean everything really well, especially in the grooves there. Once the mirror is nice and clean, you can start applying that wrap. I did the bottom in one piece there, kind of just stretching it all around. You really need to take your time here. The Avery was a pleasure to work with. Wrapped around really nicely, stuck in the grooves, doing a lot of post heating here because I do not want this film to peel up on the mirror. So all that black used to be chrome, but looks a lot more modern with the black. Chrome has that like early 2000s vibe, but now it looks a lot better, super modern, and came out great. That was the first time I ever used Avery, and I like it. It's super easy to work with. And that's a wrap for this video. If you like this content, please consider hitting that like button and subscribe to my channel. I love to make cars look great and appreciate your viewership. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.